It was a quiet, moonless night when Emily moved into her new house. She had just finished a long day of unpacking and was relieved to finally be able to sit down and rest. Her new home was in a secluded area, surrounded by thick woods. The neighbors were far enough away that she wouldn't be bothered, which was exactly what she wanted: peace and quiet after years of city living. But there was something unsettling about the house. The air inside felt heavier, as if the walls themselves had secrets to keep. She ignored the feeling, thinking it was just the exhaustion talking. Later that night, as she lay in bed, Emily heard something faint, almost like a whisper, but it was too quiet to make out the words. She brushed it off as the wind, or maybe just the house settling. But then, the noise came again, clearer this time. A low, raspy voice calling her name. Emily. Her heart skipped a beat. The room was dark, and she had no idea where the sound was coming from. She sat up, scanning the shadows. Nothing. Only the dim light from the street lamp outside filtering through the curtains. She got up, deciding to check the house. As she walked through the hallways, everything seemed normal, until she reached the living room. The old grandfather clock in the corner chimed softly, its pendulum swinging steadily. Emily froze. At the edge of her vision, she thought she saw something. Just a flicker in the corner of the room, like a shadow moving too fast to be real. She turned sharply, but the room was empty. She shook it off again. It was probably just her imagination, the exhaustion, or maybe the shadows playing tricks on her. But the unease wouldn't leave. For the next few days, strange things began to happen. Items would go missing, only to turn up in places they shouldn't have been. On the kitchen counter, under the couch, or inside cabinets that Emily never opened. At night, she could hear the same whispering voice, growing louder each time. Then, one evening, while sitting at her desk, Emily glanced up through the window. She saw something that made her blood run cold. In the yard, just beyond the tree line, was a figure. A tall man in a dark coat, standing completely still. She couldn't see his face, but she felt his eyes on her, piercing, cold. She quickly shut the curtains and backed away from the window. Her heart raced. It had to be her imagination. But then she heard the voice again, clear as day. Emily, I've been watching you. Terrified, Emily grabbed her phone and called the police. When they arrived, they searched the property but found nothing. No footprints, no signs of an intruder, just the house as empty as it had been before. But that night, as Emily lay in bed, the voice came again, louder, closer, almost as if it were right next to her ear. Emily, you're not alone. I'm right here. Frozen in fear, she turned slowly to the edge of her bed. And there, in the shadowy corner of her room, was the figure. His face twisted into a grotesque smile, eyes wide and staring, inches from her. The end.